The biggest thing for me at the beginning of the path, and actually the most noticeable thing throughout, was just how anxious I was. I just, was just experiencing a lot of anxiety, and I had done for many years. And now I still do have moments of feeling anxious, but just, it's massively reduced. But also because of the work we've done, I know that I can sort of look deeper into why I'm feeling anxious. And the other thing is how overwhelmed I felt at the beginning of the journey. And the frustration as well, I think, because I knew that I wanted to create a business. I knew that, I was meant to be doing something just completely different. But I'd had some insights, and probably for a couple of years, but I just didn't. Well, obviously fear got in the way and sort of said, no, that's not what you're going to do. I set out on the path to reduce my anxiety and to find out more about my gifts and what I'm here to share with the world. And so much more has happened than I could ever have anticipated. It's just completely opened me up, and it's brought up so much more than I ever expected. I was like, right, I'm gonna work with Nicole. I'm gonna find out, what my business is, and that's it. That's great. I'm gonna, then I'm gonna create it. But wasn't quite that easy. So there was a lot more work to do before I was able to start creating my business, which is almost ready to be birthed now. But I see now, I remember feeling back then a bit like, I just want to know. I just want to create my business. Why do we have to do all this other stuff? But I see now why it's so important to do all the shadow work and to liberate all the fears, because there's no way, I've said to a few people recently, there's no way that I would be doing this work where I am now without all the liberation and all the guidance from Nicole. It's clearer to see now why all that work beforehand was so important. The soul guide found me and called me in. It sounded really great, and there was a huge amount of fear that I had. Although at the time I didn't understand what that fear was. I could just feel there was resistance, but I didn't understand necessarily really what that resistance was. And now I see, having done all the work that I've done, what that resistance was. But I knew, I could feel that my soul was calling me to it, and I knew that I'd been guided to Nicole anyway, even before we started one-to-one work. That's a hard one to answer because there's so many. Obviously reduced anxiety. My relationships have changed. Just the way I feel day to day has changed. The way I create and live my life has changed. So much. If your soul is calling you to the path to work with Nicole, listen. Listen and follow it, because it's calling you for a reason. And yes, it does feel so scary to start with, but I really would truly say to follow your heart, because your heart knows, your soul knows. You are worthy of creating your soul's desires, and you're worthy of doing this work and having this guidance and support.